Welcome back to the SweeTalks podcast. Tonight we have one of the most interesting men in the world.
You think so?
I think so.
What's
One
up,
of the
guys?
I
best.
think so.
The creator of
I'll
Heineken.
take that. Hello, guys. My name is Viet. Very
Yeah.
excited to be here.
Is Trap
welcome.
actually your last name or no? So it is.
Hey,
yeah, it is.
it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like the name.
It's kind of crazy that Vit's your first name.
Yeah, people
I
don't
know.
believe me when I tell them.
It's like Viet, and you're from Vietnam.
Yeah.
And you're Vietnamese.
Yeah. So people because I think people see like Trap and then they just assume I came up with Viet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tell
Low-key, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So I tell people, I'm like, yeah, or they come up and they're like, what's your actual name? I'm like,
Yeah.
Viet. I'm like, oh.
I
That's
honestly
funny.
thought Trap was short for something.
Yeah.
And Bid said that he hates these 99s, and then as soon as we brought him out, he popped one open, and now he's taking it. Oh my
okay.
god!
There was some kid in military school that acted like him and his last name was Tran too.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Hey, one thing about Viet, he's always wants to drink and look at him.
He's always down.
That's so bad.
As,
yeah, I don't know how you did that.
yeah.
I thought it was funny too, because we went on Under the Influence last week,
Yeah, last week.
and we had told them like, oh, we're not gonna go out, like we got a gang of shit
I
to
know.
do, and Logan is like in a chat with Vit and all the other guys, but Vit didn't know. And Vit texts us in
I
the chat. What did he
forgot.
say?
No, so some backstory was I had already told them before we got on the podcast. I was like, yeah, we're probably not gonna go out tonight. Like we're on like a 4-day bender. We're tired.
Yeah.
And then I think like 3 hours into the podcast, Vit text, yeah, the Sweet Tea Boys are drunk. They're gonna come out with us.
It was during our like second.
I know, I
second pee
read that
break.
shit. I was literally next to him when he typed that. I was like, bro, what the f?
And I was like, bro, we're not going out. And then
We ended up
we
going
ended up
out.
going out. Yeah, we ended up going out. We were out till like 3 a.m.
I wish we hadn't, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
No.
It was a fun night.
Honestly,
but
f-
I had
that
more
spot.
fun during that podcast than going out.
yeah,
Me
not for
too.
real. I like
Me
getting
too.
drunk at the house. That's
Yeah,
my thing.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no drama. You know everybody there.
Yeah.
But so honestly, you have like one of the like craziest stories on social media,
Yeah.
and you know you had to go through a lot in your childhood. Do you kind of mind, telling us about your childhood and just kind of going along the timeline?
Yeah, of course. This is a new audience, so I'll just start from scratch pretty much. So basically I've talked about it before. I was pretty much beat like as far as I can remember. My pops growing up, my pops used to beat my ass, my sister's ass, my mom's ass every single day. And it was just like weird growing up with a father that kind of like hated me. I don't know what the his problem was, but I don't know. I don't talk to him anymore. And also, I've said this on the internet before, and obviously when you talk about subjects like this, people are always going to be like, do you guys believe him, or is he exaggerating, this and that? I came across my, do you guys remember Finsta?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to, not so much as a Finsta, but like social media has always been like a, kind of like a journal for me. So I was like, I'll post whatever I think about. I came across an old post. Let me grab my phone actually.
Do you guys hear that?
The crickets?
Oh, okay. I was like, what the f are you guys making those noises?
What crickets?
It's that one cricket.
But yeah, I came across this. I want you to read it so people don't think I'm fucking faking about this shit. And then read the date too.
All right. Coming from a childhood of being beat for no reason almost every day, verbally abused to the point of praying to God I would die because I was too scared to do it myself, literally just trying to survive for 18 years straight, my coping mechanism is to just push everyone away and only care about myself and letting nothing having the opportunity to hurt me, and if I had one wish, I would change that about myself. It's destroyed so many relationships in my life. I created this God complex that I have as a way of making up the years of being told I wasn't good enough and didn't deserve shit and deserved to die. The world is an endless cycle of pain, and that God complex and my desire to succeed as a way of getting back at life for putting me through hell from the day I was born is the only reason I'm still here today. This was from yesterday, bro. Nah, it's from May 20th, 2018.
2018.
Yeah,
right?
20. So
I
4
was-
years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Almost 5.
I was 18 or 19 during that. For some reason, I can't do math right now. Probably that shot. But before this clout shit, before I ever blew up, before I had people supporting me, like that was the shit I used to talk about. So when I did my first interview with Under the Influence, that eventually brought me onto that show, I talked about that, and all the comments were like, "Oh, he's lying, he's making shit up." That right there proves like I've really been through that shit, bro.
Yeah.
But like, that's so dumb too, because I mean, like, what do you need to say for somebody to believe you?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, but yeah, so it's like I went through all that shit as a young kid, and it's like, basically like when I was 14 or 13, my sister and I tried to call CPS, and we acted like we were like anonymous, and our neighbors were talking about like, yeah, the house next to us, gave them the address, like we hear screaming from the kids all the time, this and that's going on. They came, they hooked us up to lie detectors, found out my sister was being sexually abused by my pops. He was also still beating her ass every day. And CPS just let him stay. So that's why I also fucking hate CPS.
They didn't do shit about it.
Nah. They
And I know you had said in the UTI interview that you guys even got hooked up to a lie detector.
yeah,
They still
hooked,
let him stay.
they hooked her up to a lie detector because
Uh-huh.
obviously when it comes to cases like that, like they want to be sure.
Right.
Yeah, before they throw somebody away.
But yeah, they
Okay.
hooked her up to a lie detector. They came to school and hooked her up to a lie detector, and figured out the truth, and motherfucker was allowed to stay. So
Was that the only time that you guys called the cops or CPS?
that was the only time we ever called. Because when we were calling the cops, like we were scared out of our mind. But it was to the point where it's like we didn't, and we're young still. So we were like talking to each other, coming up with this plan to call CPS, talking to each other like, we'll do it secretly. He'll never find out it's us. Because we were scared, like, if he finds out it's us, we're going to get our ass beat even more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we came up with that plan. They came. He was allowed to stay. And that's really when I just gave up on, like, trying to call for help or, like, trying to get other people to help us.
Damn.
Wow.
So,
After you guys called, did he like beat your ass again?
nah, I don't think he figured out it was us that called.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
good. When did like the abuse start?
I mean, as far as I can remember, I have like vivid memories of like some of my earliest memories are of either me being beaten, or I have this memory of like when I was living in these bum ass apartments before we ever moved to the suburbs. We lived in this 2-bedroom apartment, ratty as fuck, in the east side of Des Moines, Iowa, like in the hood. And fucking, I woke up one time at like 12 or 1 a.m. after my parents had gotten in a fight, and I walked upstairs and I just saw blood like trailing up the stairs. I walked upstairs. My mom her face was all bloody, like half awake, and I fucking, as a fucking however old I was, I think I was 8 or 9 at the time, I like helped her to the hospital down the street.
What?
Yeah.
Bro.
And your mom never tried like getting away from your dad or any of that?
I think my mom, as a victim of abuse, she was just stuck in the cycle.
Yeah.
And they got married when she was very young, like 18 or 19. So that's all she knew. She came over to America with him. So
She would figure like it's gonna be hard to live without.
yeah, and like in Asian cultures, there's this whole thing where it's like when the kids are young, you want them to have both parents. And it wasn't until I really grew up, I looked at her, I was just like, I wish you guys had divorced.
Yeah.
Like young, because I started telling her like, bro, leave this man when I was still young. I don't see him as a father.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all that shit happened. My childhood was pretty rough. I mean, I have plenty of stories for that. But
Did he ever try to reach out to you lately?
yeah, he
has?
he still tries to reach out to me.
Like,
And,
does he try like apologizing or what?
Yeah, but his apology is like the last time he tried to reach out to me, he got a new number because I blocked his number the last time I ever talked to him. He got a new number, and his text on his new number said, I know you're mad at me, Viet, but we're family. You should forgive me. And I looked at that shit.
It wasn't sincere. Like,
Yeah,
type shit.
and that's just who he is. He's like a manipulator.
Right.
When they got divorced, he blamed that shit on me too, even though I hadn't talked to my family for like years. So yeah, that's just who he is. And I looked at that text, and I really thought about just booking a flight back to Iowa and just beating his ass for once. But I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? That's past shit. I got way too much shit going for me right now.
That would probably feel so good for you, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Was that like a constant thing, like the apologies? Like after, like like some type of abuse towards you, would he apologize at all?
Nah. He would never apologize.
So it would just happen. The next day, it's like it's nothing.
Yeah, because most of the time when he beat my ass, it was because he would find little reasons and blame it on me and say like he's beating my ass because like he's trying to teach me something or he loves me or this and that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, so he would always try justifying it.
Justify it, yeah.
What was the dumbest reason for like that you could remember for him like beating
Oh,
you?
fucking I've told this story before. There's this one time when I was like 12. He asked me to go get a hammer. We were doing like household chores or something. He told me to go get a hammer, but he said hammer in Vietnamese, right? Which is, I'll say it right now, it's búa. That's how you say hammer in Vietnamese. But the only Vietnamese I knew was from what I was taught in the house. It's not like I fucking knew. I was fluent in that shit. So he told me to go get a búa. I'm like, is that a hammer? I just kept asking that, is that a hammer? So like I don't grab the wrong shit. And he just kept repeating, go get me a búa. I kept asking, is that a hammer?
Just so you're not making a mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because I knew if I made a mistake and grabbed the wrong shit,
shit.
I would also get my ass beat. Damn. But instead of answering the question, he just beat my ass anyways. So I'm like, cool.
Fuck.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the type of shit I was going through.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think I was also like 12 or 13 was when I really realized like this shit was weird.
Like it was abuse.
Yeah, like I was like, there's no way I'm getting my ass beat this much for just like small shit, you know? If I'm in the wrong or I do something, sometimes I would be like, okay, I deserve this, whatever.
Would you ever try to raise up? Like on
Nah, not when I was young.
was there a certain age where you were like, fuck it?
I think like 16 was when I started like arguing back. 17 was when I started trying to fight back. Like I wanted to start.
When you tried to fight back, did he actually like fight with you that
Oh,
one
yeah.
time he did it?
Yeah, no, we were throwing swings at each other.
And like, what did he do? Like, did he like keep
Motherfucker would
trying?
choke me out. I would be biting him and shit. Like
Yeah.
I would be trying to like, you feel me? Like I didn't care if I died or not. Like I'm trying to.
Get your point.
And how would
it-
it stop?
Normally like my sister and my mom would like try to pull us apart or I mean there was one time he choked me out and I just passed out.
Holy shit.
And then at that point you're 17, right? And
Yeah.
then you run away,
Yeah, I ran away at 17.
right? So you run away. I watched the story on UTI, right?
Yeah.
And you run away, and then you said you ran into a cop.
The night I ran away, I packed all my stuff and I ran into a cop because I'm walking through the city. It's raining. It's like 2 a.m. A cop car pulls up to the left of me and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I remember the same thing I said in that video. I said, "Better than I ever have been."
Damn.
Because it's like I was finally strong enough to just leave that shit behind me.
Right.
And I made a pact that day. I was like, I'm never going back to that shit.
Yeah.
And I also want to say, in that, when we posted that, whatever, they were like, why? Well, you just left your mom, this and that.
Right.
And I also tried saying, is like I've said, I told my mom to divorce him. My mother was always like, she didn't want me fighting back. She didn't want me doing anything. She said, let me handle this. I'm going through with the divorce, but it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him to like, you know, use the divorce or anything as an excuse for you at all.
Yeah.
So, and I also told my sister, you know, I told her I'm thinking about running away. Like I'll figure shit out. You should come with me. Like we don't deserve to live like this. And she was like, no, I want to stay until I'm 18 and I'll go to college, and that's how I'm gonna get out. Which, you know, she did that, and she's in college now. She's gonna be a doctor.
Hey,
good for her.
that's fucking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of her.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Do you feel like as an older brother, you kind of ran away to show like, you know, your strength and like protection, even though you were gone from the family? Like, do you feel like you were like man enough to do that?
Unfortunately, no. I don't, and I struggled with it for a very long time. I felt like a bitch for running away.
Really?
But it was me arguing with myself. I was like, I knew if I had stayed there, I probably would have killed myself if he hadn't killed me. And it was just like, I need to run away from myself. If you guys want to come with me, please come with me. It wasn't even if you guys want to come with me. I begged them to come with me. But it was just like, I can't do this anymore. Because I will say, I got the beatings wise, like I got the worst out of, you know, all of us.
Yeah.
And I would
Where you
sometimes
not-
my sister would get in trouble, and I'd tell them like whatever she's in trouble for. My sister one time forgot water when she was making ramen, bro, and it set the microwave on fire.
Oh shit.
And he came home, and I was like, yeah, that was me. So I took the ass beating.
Yeah, that's
So just shit like that.
So you did protect her, like
Yeah,
with stuff
I
like
did
that.
I did my best to protect her.
So you said that you think that if you would have stayed at the house with your dad, that you probably would have killed yourself.
To everything that I believe in, and I don't believe in God, but like whatever, to everything I believe in, I definitely think, looking back, I probably would have killed myself.
All right, so like how come you didn't kill yourself before, and like how did you get through the abuse?
My whenever I felt like that, I thought about my mother and my sister, and that was it. For nowadays, I have like stuff to live for. I have friends I care about. I have a career I want to live out. But during those days, I didn't care if I died or not, which is what led me to do so much stupid shit. During those times, all I cared about was taking care of my people and the one or two friends I actually cared for, and my mom and my sister. That was my only reason for living.
And then did your friends know about like the abuse that you were getting?
They didn't know until like a year into me knowing them.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So like, when did you meet your actual real friends then?
I had one homie when I was young, like high school, and he always used to come over and like fucking sneak me out to go to parties or like there was one time like 2 a.m. where there's another weird thing my pops did. We were allowed to buy snacks at the
yeah, I remember you told us.
Yeah. Deadass, if we bought snacks, if my mom and my sister and I went to the grocery store and we bought snacks, we had to sneak it in, right?
Like
So,
in your pants and shit.
Yeah,
you were saying.
deadass. Yeah. So we there was one time at 2 a.m. His name's Tristan. He's passed now. I have his tattoo on my hand right here. He passed
Sorry
last
about
year.
R.I.P. Tris.
Yeah, but there was like one time at 2 a.m. where I texted him. I'm like, bro, like I'm hungry as fuck. I want snacks. Motherfucker pulled up, and then I opened my window, and he just threw snacks up like on the second floor.
Oh shit.
So bro, that's real.
Yeah.
that was my
that's-
first
He
like
literally
real.
went to go to the fucking 7-Eleven or something.
Yeah.
to
So
come
that was
back.
dead ass like my first like real friend.
That's
And
fucking
for a long
sick.
time, like that propelled me to stay alive.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how would you like break the news to Tristan? Like, did you say like, you know what, bro, like, thank you, like, but I'm really going through this shit?
Yeah, like I mean, it got our friendship got to a point where I could just be open with him, and I would tell him like, I'm going through this. I just got my ass beat for this. If I couldn't see him for a few days, it was because of this. Blah blah blah. And he was, this motherfucker always used to ask me, bro. He was like, "You want me to go over there and beat his ass?" I'm like,
Oh my god.
You want to jump him?
no, dead ass. He would ask like, bro, I got some homies. We can go get them. We can jump him. I'm
Did
like,
you ever
bro.
think about it? Like,
I thought about it, but I'm just like, nah, that's too much drama.
Yeah,
man.
it's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much drama with
That's
your mom,
crazy.
your
Yeah.
sister.
So it's like, but nah, he was real. But then, after I ran away, I had a year or two where I was just like struggling. I didn't have no real friends around me. I had nothing pretty much.
So,
But
sorry.
I met some people. I met two brothers who dead ass like became my brothers, and they were older than me. So they started teaching me like, it's okay to do this. It's not okay to do this. Like you gotta fix this about yourself. And yeah, that shit helped me out a lot.
damn.
That's good. So like, after you meet the cop and you say like, you know what, I feel better than I was like before living in the toxic household. Like, what do you do? How are you getting your money?
I just went
how are you
straight to selling
surviving?
drugs.
So
Really?
how did you even get into that though? Because I know
I
it's kind of
knew-
even difficult to do that, right?
Yeah, I knew some plugs, and I just went to them and I said, look, like I just ran away. I don't got shit to my name.
Put me on type
Put
shit.
me on, yeah, exactly. And they put me on, and they fronted me some Molly. So the first drug I sold was Molly, and I was making fucking bank off that shit.
So
And this was back in 2017 when fucking white people loved that shit.
yeah,
So it was going
Yeah,
crazy.
it was going
I
crazy.
still
Fucking-
love it.
Yeah.
fucking wrecking
Now it's
ball,
more.
Miley
It's hitting
Cyrus
the
and shit.
fucking because the fucking house music
Raves.
so hitting, bro.
Yeah, raves.
So-
Back in
Everybody's doing that shit.
2017, the craze was fucking Pink Molly, right?
Yeah.
So that shit was probably cut with like, I don't even know it. Fucking
Like
a
fentanyl.
bunch of shit.
Nah, not fentanyl.
Nah,
Fentanyl.
people would be
Meth.
dead.
Not
if
yet.
they-
no. Probably what's that shit for ADHD? Adderall.
Adderall, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was selling, right?
Yeah,
Pink Molly. So that shit was going crazy with the white folks. I had all the white bitches trying to fucking buy that shit.
damn.
But the same time I was still all I had to my name was fucking my 2011 Honda Civic. So I would fucking sleep on my homie's floor with the fucking cat pissing on me and shit. And dead ass, bro.
You
The
wanted
cat
to
pissed on
fucking
me one
kick the
time,
cat.
bro. That shit was so annoying. But yeah, so I slept on that floor. I had a job at a sushi restaurant. I went to work and I sold drugs. Still sleeping on that floor, and that's how I got my money up. And that's
Damn.
That's how you got on your
eventually,
feet.
yeah.
So how long was that process till like you moved in on your own and you got your own
a few
spot?
months.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty fast.
Yeah,
And then when was the first time you got arrested?
like a week after I turned 18.
Damn.
Damn, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
I got
What'd you do?
caught
What?
with an AR and a pistol that had a fucking body on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh shit.
So I used my 2 deferred on those.
Cause when you're like 17, you can get charged for little things, right? Or you're still charged as an adult.
I mean, it depends on the case, but I got caught literally a week after I turned 18.
Yeah, he was 18.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It was like dead ass, like I think it was like September something 2018.
So when you got caught, did you spend any time in jail?
That
First time.
I spent I think 2 days and then I bailed myself out.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then I fought that case. And then I was on probation for 2 years, but I didn't finish probation because I just kept fucking up and just kept doing dumb shit. So I was in and out of jail just for probation violations, blah, blah, blah. And then it eventually reached a point where I spent fucking 120 days in jail.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So like what? 4 months?
4 months, yeah.
How was that?
Honestly, not bad. No, I'm gonna be dead honest because where I was at in life, like I was so lost and like my life was so chaotic. Jail like kind of gave me a sense
Run
of
away.
Like an order.
Like you're
yeah,
there.
like it was like you wake up at the same time every morning. You have food because there were some days I wasn't eating.
Damn.
So it's like you have food. You have like I read the most I've read since I was a kid. Logan knows I used to read a lot as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was like an honor roll student. But yeah, so I went to jail for 120 days and then I came out and I mean life was okay for a few months, but then I just kept going back to doing dumb shit.
Yeah. So at this point, when you're in and out of jail, you said you were in county, right?
I was in county, yeah.
Yeah.
I never made it to prison.
So when you're in county, coming in and out, after you get out, are you going back to like the trap lifestyle and just
Pretty
selling
much,
drugs
yeah.
and shit?
I saw jail as just like
A break.
a break, but also just like I would go in, do my time, and then get out and just whatever, do the same shit I was doing.
You didn't ever get scared like, damn, like I could really be spending the rest of my life in here if I keep doing this shit and fuck up?
I mean, I had those thoughts, but I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like my mind state during those times is like I didn't care about myself.
Because of like your childhood.
Yeah.
And during this time, were you still keeping in contact with your mom and your sisters?
Not as much as I do now,
Mm-hmm.
but all my energy at that point was just
Just
making
on
sure
you.
like I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to survive, I'm trying to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I kind of want to backtrack a little. Because I was just kind of curious about this. When like you were a kid and stuff and like you were getting beat, you didn't ever have like family members or like teachers or any of that notice like, yo, he's pulling up with like
Marks,
bruises or any of that?
So my pops did this thing where if I had visible bruises,
Mm-hmm.
well, first he always hit me in places that could be covered with clothes. So like my back, my arms, like upper arms,
Your
legs,
wrist,
shit
yeah.
like that, you know. But if I had visible bruises, one, he would fucking press me and tell me that I fell or something, or tell me to tell them that I fell. Or there's this Vietnamese thing where it's like you boil a hard egg, or you hard boil an egg and you roll it, and that'll get the bruise out faster. Or use Epsom salts.
Wow.
So
he knew all the.
oh
ins
yeah,
and
he knew
outs.
all that shit.
Yeah.
But I remember one time I got in trouble at school, and he came to school and he smacked me right in front of the people, and motherfuckers still didn't do shit.
No one said
so,
anything?
Yeah.
And then what about family members?
Family members, motherfuckers did not care at all.
Oh, so but they knew.
Yeah. So that's why I don't talk to none of my family members. Deadass, other than my sister and my mom, like I don't talk to nobody.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah.
And at this point, just your small like immediate family is in Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister and my mom are still back there.
Oh, okay.
I just got a call from my mom today actually, and she's I think she wants to come out here for New Year's
Oh,
to
nice.
visit.
Oh,
me.
That's
lady.
nice.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And then oh my bad, what were you gonna
No,
say?
go.
Oh, I was just gonna kind of say like before we kind of start talking about the other stuff, for anyone out there that may be going through like abuse or anything in that matter, like what like piece of advice can you give to them to like how to get through it and stuff?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
No.
I honestly have no clue.
How
Do
did
you
it's
feel
like-
like it's because you literally tried anything?
Yeah, I tried everything I could to get out of that shit, and I don't want to sit here and be like, run away.
yeah.
The best thing I can say is try to get help,
Yeah.
but
But
all
you tried
the
that shit.
yeah, exactly. It's like all the help I tried getting,
It wasn't
sh-
there.
everything after everything, fucking CPS, bro, didn't even help. So
Yeah.
like, that's when I really started.
What's the whole process with the CPS? Like, I mean, like you tell them, and then what?
Yeah, so we called them. They came. They hooked my sister up to lie detectors. They came to the house, interviewed my sister,
They
interviewed me.
They separate you, right?
Yeah, they separate us.
And
Interviewed me,
yeah, yeah.
interviewed my mother, interviewed him, and like I'm young and I think my mind has blocked off some of those memories, but it's like all I remember at the end of the day, nothing changed after that. And for the next 2 years, I still got my ass beat every day.
Yeah.
So it's like that's when you ask a question like that, it's like I'm gonna be dead honest. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've talked to my sister about it too. It was like after the Under the Influence podcast, and she saw that video. She was like, we talked about our childhood for the first time in I think since I left. Because my sister and I used to be super close, right? We're not as close anymore.
So this is like what, like maybe 6+ years, right? Since
Yeah.
you left.
Yeah. So it's like we talked for the first time ever about our childhood, and I told her, it's like, I told her to her face, I still think you should have came with me. And she told me, she was like, I wanted to, but I don't think I would have been able to survive and do the things you did.
Yeah.
And that's when I really understood, is like, I mean, she's just as strong as I am for going about it her way, if not stronger. Like she stayed through the abuse.
Yeah, and
And
she went to
still
school.
Yeah, still went to
Yeah.
school, still trying to become a doctor. Whereas me is like, and I struggled with it for a very long time. I felt like a bitch for running away, especially like going in and out of jail, fucking causing problems for my sister and my mom, allowing my pops to have that excuse like, oh, look how he turned out. Like I felt like I was a failure. I felt like I was a bitch.
Yeah. But
So-
look at you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shit worked out, but it's like for years since I ran away, for years I always blame myself for running away and like all the problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel like though, if you have good intentions and you want to do something good and you really want something for yourself, it'll happen if you follow the right steps and
Yeah.
if you actually want to pursue it.
No, that's
Yeah,
why I believe in karma. Is like, you do good comes back to you.
Yeah, same.
So that's why, like when I met y'all, bro, like everybody I meet, I treat with respect until they disrespect me.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Like I go out of my way to do nice things. I try to.
Yeah.
So it's like just shit like that. I
Wait, hold
truly
on.
believe I am a good person.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break in this podcast because I want to talk to my ladies right now.
Mm-hmm. This is for you, ladies.
Are you tired of that hair down there on your man?
That shit fucking sucks. Finding Santa's beard down up in that bitch.
Who wants that shit? You're gonna get hairs everywhere. I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but you might get them in your face, all that shit.
Yeah, that's disgusting. And for the MILFs out there, if y'all still talking to your BD, come on. You guys already know what to get them. Manscaped.
And that's what we're gonna be talking about. Manscaped. We've been talking about Manscaped
Mhm.
actually.
It's
since-
waterproof. You could use it in the shower. You could shave right before you guys get some sexy time.
What about
and-
that little light on it?
The little light, you could do that shit in the dark.
You could do that.
It's not
shit.
recommended, but if you want a little game, it's like a little side mission. It reduces the risk of ingrown hairs and it reduces the risk of nicks. So
And really, you could use it. I would say you could use it anywhere. I know, like one of the main points is using it down
on
there
the sack.
because it does reduce the risk of clipping your shit. But I use that shit on my mustache.
After you use it on your balls, this
Not
guy's
after
different.
I use it on my
This guy's
balls.
different.
Not after I use it on my balls. I just went straight to the stash because I was like, all right, well, if it's gonna reduce the risk of me clipping my shit, I don't want to clip my face.
And it works good or what?
I haven't clipped my face.
Look at that. Come on,
And that
man.
light puts in work too.
Yeah.
And waterproof. I don't do it in the shower, but I have.
And with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, man, you get ball toner, moisturizer, all that shit. Your balls will be soft. Ladies, if you guys like soft balls in your mouth, come on, you guys already know. You guys know what to get your man for Christmas.
The ball deodorant too. So right when you come out the shower, dry them up, put some of that deodorant because that shit will stink. It will stink.
Mm-hmm. It does stink. My balls stink right now. I need to put some on.
Why do we put deodorant on our armpits but we won't put it down there?
It doesn't make sense.
So the holidays are here. Get free shipping and 20% off going to manscaped.com and using code SWEET at checkout.
We repeat that. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code SWEET at manscaped.com. Ladies, if you guys don't know what to get your man for Christmas, I'm telling you this right now. And also, too, you don't need to just get it for your man. It might be a little bit weird, but you could get it for your dad and your brother. Like, you know what? I got you, Mom.
Ladies, if you
I know Dad's hairy down there.
Yeah, and ladies, if you want to use it too, I mean, you can give it a try too.
You don't got balls, but shit, you don't want to clip the clit.
So get 20% off plus free shipping with code SWEET at manscaped.com. And we're going right back to this podcast. No, I was just what Danny had said. I'm kind of like 50-50 on that because I feel like
On what?
when you said like if you really want better for yourself, like you'll do it. I feel like if you do have to go through something like Viet or just anybody with like abuse, sometimes that shit be forcing you down a road that like you don't want to take, but like you have to take it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I've
So it's really fucking hard.
you know what my dream job growing up was? I wanted to be either a doctor or a fucking a published author. Cause I used to read. I used to read,
That'd be
bro.
sick.
That was all I used to do. I just used to read.
That
I didn't grow up with no
write
phone.
A book on
Yeah.
yourself.
Shit, you should,
Man, we
for
might
real.
if I ever get bigger.
Have you
But-
heard? Oh my bad. What were you saying?
But yeah, so growing up like that was my dream job, right? Like I didn't want to, I wasn't no gangbanger. I didn't, you feel me? Like I wanted better. I saw that shit growing up, but it's like that's not who I wanted to be.
Yeah, like you probably never saw yourself in and out of prison.
Yeah, no. And I tried my best to be like a good kid. I tried my best to just treat people nice. Like genuinely, like I am a nice person. I think if I didn't have all that abuse, I wouldn't be as like untrusting of people as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you know that shit shaped me to who I am today.
It's crazy that you said that you want to be a published author. Because have you heard of the book called A Child Named It?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
You know that it's like based off of like his life story,
Yeah.
right?
I talked not on the UTI podcast, but Jimmy's podcast.
Oh, really?
I mentioned that book, so it's really funny you bring that up.
Yeah,
That book saved my life.
Oh, really? Dude.
Deadass.
Wait, how old were you when you read that book?
4th grade.
That's how old I was.
Yeah. Deadass 4th grade. I read that book, and that was the first instance where it was like, where I really like thought like, okay, I'm not the only one going through this shit.
Yeah.
Because you go to school and it's like I see all the fucking white motherfuckers.
Mhm, they're all
you know,
happy and shit.
They're all happy. Their parents are fucking pulling up, picking them up. I'm just looking at that shit. I'm like, why don't I have that? Whereas I'm taking the bus home.
Where you're like, what am I doing wrong? Am I doing some shit wrong?
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like what's wrong with me that I don't have that?
And then that's when the suicidal shit kicks in.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
So I was like, at every day after school was like my escape. That's where I could go to school and talk to people and socialize and have fun and be away from family like shit.
Not have to worry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Jinx.
And then I would, after school ended, I remember after school ended, I had this like feeling in me. It's like, all right,
Here we go.
let's go home and see what's waiting for me. And more often than not, it was an ass beating. So.
That's crazy because for a lot of people it would be the opposite.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm so ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go home.
I used to wake up when I was young. I used to deadass wake up at like 6 a.m. happy as fuck. I'm like, all right, let's get out of this house. Let's go to school. Let's go talk to my friends. I get to see my friends.
That's
Let's
why
go
like
fucking
I
do
feel
shit.
like a lot of teachers are like that. That's why they're underpaid because like some of them are like they're caring as fuck. And
Oh, they
want
really
to
are.
find out
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that type of shit.
I actually think teachers are underpaid too.
Mhm.
Extremely.
fuck.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think you should write some books though,
Yeah.
because the way that book had an effect on you,
Mm-hmm.
you could have an effect on the younger generation.
I think maybe when I'm 30, I'll think about writing a book.
Yeah,
I think right now, as much as I am healing and as healed as I am, I'm not fully healed yet. So I don't want to put that into writing and influence other kids and people.
Like your story's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet. Yeah.
How are you so comfortable and like confident with talking about like the shit that you went through?
I think that I've made some sort of peace with it. Whereas when I was younger, my life was just about like vengeance. Like I just wanted revenge. But nowadays it's like, all right, cool. That's the card I was dealt in life. That's what made me who I am today. Let's see what I can in turn use that as and turn myself into.
Yeah.
I also like this phrase. I used to say this to myself a lot. It's like the shit I was shown as a kid showed me everything I don't want to be in this world.
Yeah.
And everything that if you have kids too,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to put them through the same
Exactly,
shit.
yeah.
Nah, I feel like you're very good about that because, like, well, obviously, I barely met you a couple months back
Yeah.
now. But as you say, like, you wanted vengeance now. But, like, ever since I met you, I noticed, like, you're very thankful for a lot of shit that
I
you
am,
go
yeah.
through. And, like, dude, like I said on the UTI podcast, like, the shit that you said on our Thanksgiving, our Friendsgiving, that you were thankful just to be here with some friends and this is your first time, like, I'm actually, like, really shocked about that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, as far as, like, everybody, if people just look at you, obviously you give off that look like, oh my God, this guy's intimidating because he has face tattoos
Yeah,
and
exactly.
marks on his face. But,
And
like,
very confident.
yeah, but, like, bro, like, you're one of the coolest dudes and, like, happy to have you as a friend. But, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
don't judge a book by its cover. is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, it's also just, if I like you, I would die for you. If I don't like you, I don't care if you live or not. That's how I live my life.
I wonder, and that's something like I wanted to talk about too. Do you think that comes from like your childhood? Because like just from knowing you, like not even for a really long time, you could already tell like just off of what you say and how you act, like you care a lot about people in general. Like
I think it is from
these
my
motherfuckers
childhood.
were like almost, they weren't even really. Was the guy like really trying to fight? Yeah, I guess he was kind of bugging a little bit.
Well, shit, he was trying to fight me. Well, he wanted to beat my ass, and fucking that carried on with Viet.
And then Viet just a flip switch
Yeah.
in your head, and where it's just like you're not gonna do that to my people. Or
Yeah.
anything like
It's
that.
just like the way I view like the world and life is just like it's the people I care about. I literally see it as just us against the world. Because I truly know like how evil this world is and like how shitty this shit is. So when you find good people or you find good things, hold that shit dear.
Yeah.
And I think it does come from my childhood, just growing up. Like I wasn't allowed to have friends. I wasn't allowed like just normal shit other kids have. So the life I'm living now, I've talked about it before. The life I'm living now, I never pictured for myself. I didn't even have the strength to like picture it and try to go for it. I was blessed enough to be gifted with this shit. So every single day I wake up, I just look at what I have and I'm just like, thank you. To everybody that supports me, you feel me? Like, just thank you. That's all I can say.
So do you still get like sad or like do you ever have like down days or do you just like kind of wake up every day like, you know what, this shit's way better than where I was 5 years ago?
I definitely still have sad days and days where I think about my past and times where I cry about my childhood and what I've been through. But it goes hand in hand with what I have now. I just remind myself, it's like, well, look at where you are now.
In a
Look at what
way
you
better
have now.
place.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it also, there's like this, like, the best way to describe it is like this, like, inner fire where it's like, I made it through that shit. There's nothing that
you
could
can
ever
make it through
yeah.
anything.
So it's like, I proved to myself I can make it through dead ass fucking sleeping on grounds and park benches and fucking parks and with one blanket in my backseat.
It made you fearless too, huh?
Yeah.
Very.
Damn.
So it's like nowadays, like obviously there's stuff I want to live for. There's stuff I care about. But I think that like if it really gets down to it, I still have that little thing where it's like if I have to die protecting somebody or protecting something I love, that's how I go out.
Yeah, that's.
And I honestly, as a kid, like I don't know if you guys have done it or not, but there's this weird little thing I used to do where it's like I would picture how I died, and I always wanted to be like as like a martyr. So say like if a school is being shot up, I want to be the one protecting all the kids and take down the school shooter.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
I
can't think about
picture
how I
myself
died.
fucking running away. I ain't no hero.
But I'm like obsessed with just like I don't want to die for nothing, man.
Yeah,
I
no,
wanna- I
get
wanna,
that. I
like-
get that. That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool.
I want to leave in a good impact on this world,
So
no
growing,
matter how small it is.
damn it, no, that's really good.
Wait, before you get to that. Nah, I know that you say like you went through the abuse and you always want to be that guy that helps everyone.
Yeah.
Do you feel, I know that you said that your face tattoos, especially the red ones on your face, the marks, you want to show people like, you know, your dad hid the marks purposely, but now you want to show people.
Yeah, so it's
I've
like-
been through that. Like, why is that though?
So my quote was I got my face tats, especially these scars on my face, because of well, one, I've always loved face tats. I wanted face tats since I was like 14. It's just different. It's like, blah, you know, like most people don't do it. Most people are too pussy to do it. So I wanted to be the one to get it.
Right.
That red one's a tat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well,
both-
this
they're
one
both
actually
tats.
started off as a scar when I got jumped, but it just wouldn't go away. So I was like, all right, I'm finna get it tatted.
Damn, that shit looks real.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that one to go away. I thought it was fresh. Like, I've been seeing him, like, every time I see him, I'm like, bro, that shit still looks fresh. Like, that shit must
It
be
hasn't
like...
scabbed yet or
I was
anything like that.
damn,
He must have
bro.
got his ass beat
That
bad.
shit looks really good.
But yeah, so it's like growing up, like I said, my pops always beat me in places that that was hidden, right? So I was like going to school, and I remember sometimes as a kid, I would like try to purposely show my bruises just so people would ask, and maybe I'd have an out. I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm getting beat at home or this or that. But one, I think I was too pussy to ever tell anyone I was getting beaten. I had a friend in elementary school ask me like where my bruises were from, and I just never told him. I was like, oh yeah, I fell. So there's that little brainwashing thing. But also it's like when I got them, I viewed it as like I have so many like internal scars and just like so much sadness and anger. It's like I can't really show that unless I like it only comes out as like toxic ways. So the only way I can really express it is like tattoos. Tattoos was like my therapy. That's why I have so many fucking like dark,
You're blasted.
yeah, like dark demonic like tattoos, because that's how I felt when I was getting them.
Mm-hmm.
Like this shit, it's like a dude screaming. That's how I constantly used to feel. Less nowadays, still sometimes, but that's how I used to constantly feel.
So whatever you felt in the moment, you would tat it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
You should get a happy tattoo.
You should get us tatted.
We'll see.
like a little smiley face to remind you.
It's on my back, just everybody I've met throughout my
Or
life.
Mount
That'd be
Rushmore.
hard. That would be
little
hard.
sweet tea cup or some
Yeah.
shit. That'd be kind of dope.
But yeah, so that's why I got the scars on my face, and that's, you know.
What's your
Well,
most
that's cool. That's good
meaningful
meaning.
tattoo?
I think that would be my first tat, which is on my chest.
Mhm.
It's my mom battled breast cancer when I was a junior in high school. So I got her birthday as Roman numerals, and in Latin it says when you are strong, I am strong.
That's dope.
And then
good.
vice versa, when you're weak, I'm weak. Like I need you to live so I can live.
She's
Nice.
fine now though, right?
She beat that shit.
Beat it,
Hey,
yeah, for
fuck
fuck
cancer.
My mother's a fighter, man. That's where I
Nah,
get my
yeah,
fighting
for real.
spirit from.
Yeah.
Damn.
And is she really happy for you now too?
Yeah. I think she still fully doesn't really understand where I am or like how much I've blown up, but like she's happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
She's less worried about me now.
Yeah.
And would you say like this is now like your passion? Like, what do you like doing?
Fucking.
I think it's just funny. I actually don't even do that, but I think
You heard that shit.
I didn't hear it. I yawned on it. Go ahead.
like social media is cool, everything. I love being funny on social media, but more than anything, I get in these phases where it's like I can be real. Or normally it's when I'm struggling mentally, and I'll express how I'm struggling or this or that, and I'll get messages talking about like, oh, I go through the same shit, but I never knew how to explain it, so I just want to like, I feel seen. I don't feel so much alone, and I read those messages, and I'm like, okay, like I'm leaving an impact.
All right, this is just gonna be one more break. Just one more break, I promise.
Shh, don't get mad. Chill the fuck out.
Chill,
Weirdo.
chill, and don't you dare press +5 on this bullshit. You
Yeah.
better listen to this because this is actually important. We heard a lot about it in the comments too. Have you ever been too damn high?
You guys have seen Frank on the podcast before.
Everybody's like, dude, that guy's just way too out of this world.
Mhm.
He's not saying shit, right? Well, with today's weed, sometimes it's a dangerous game. And
Super dangerous.
Dad Grass is reviving the pleasure of casual smoke.
Yep, you guys heard that.
So you can chill out without the stress. Not into smoking? Try out their tinctures or amazing fast-acting new gummies.
So look, if you guys enjoy the feeling of being high, but you guys don't actually like being stoned to where you can't function, but you like being relaxed and stress-free, this is the fucking right product for you. It's very low in THC and it's very high in CBD.
So yeah, so it's gonna relax you. You're basically getting the benefits from smoking if you're into that.
It relaxes your body and it mellows your mind. My bad, I was trying to hold hands with you right
I know,
there.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, it relaxes you without making you going like all slumped and shit and you can't fucking focus.
There's 100% organic pre-rolled joints. There's the tinctures and there's also the gummies.
And all Dad Grass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over. It ships right to your door in the U.S.
Shit, you don't even got to be 21, bro. Come on, that's actually kind of sick. I ain't gonna lie.
That is dope.
And for any of you guys that got dogs out there, they just released CBD dog bones.
Oh, you know they love that shit.
Bro, come on, you could get fucking like basically faded with your dog.
They
Like,
love that shit. They're relaxed. Have you ever seen a dog off of CBD and shit?
Nah, I haven't.
You haven't?
Oh, I've seen them like off. Yeah, no, I haven't.
Oh, they be chilling.
Come on, man. Get your dog high with this
Come on,
shit.
they need a Christmas
Yeah,
present too.
you need to stop being a pussy with that. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off the first order when you go to dadgrass.com/sweet. I repeat, go to dadgrass.com/sweet for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/sweet. But in all fairness, guys, if you guys really want to try this product out, I highly suggest you do.
Try it out. Let us know how you like it. Add us on the story. Drop a comment.
Come on, you guys already
Let us know. Shout out Dad Grass for this podcast. And let's get back to the episode.
I wanted to ask, like, how did it, like, because you said that it messed up some of your relationships. How did it mess up your relationships?
So, I used to get like super. I don't know how to put it, like defensive maybe. One, like I don't trust people easily. I always assume people are out to hurt me. But I used to also get just like super defensive. Like if people used to blame me for things, I would like, instead of acknowledging where I was wrong, in my head it was like, you're not gonna blame me for shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
Even if I am wrong. And thank God I fucking grew out of this. But you know, when I was young, 18, 19, that's how I felt. I was like, I can do no wrong. I don't care if I'm in the wrong. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking to me.
Yeah. And that affected like your friendships or like relationships with girls?
Friendships, relationships, like.
Because
Yeah,
they'd probably
everything.
be like, why are you acting like that?
Yeah.
Like, type shit.
Obviously, it's like.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's something I pride in myself nowadays. It's like, if I am in the wrong, I can see when I'm in the wrong. And I apologize and I do everything I can to make up for that wrong. But when I was young, it was like, I didn't care if I was in the wrong or not.
Yeah.
What did it take for you to learn that? Because I feel like it's a really hard thing to learn, to be accountable for your stuff. Or was it just like going through it so much where you're like, maybe fuck, I am.
I think it was going through it, like just going through so much shit. At some point, I just had to look at myself and just like, what part are you playing in this? Like going in and out of jail. What are you doing to?
Like
do
it can't
this?
just be them.
Yeah, because here's the way I saw it, right? Is like, I used to, going in and out of jail, I used to blame my childhood for it. I wouldn't be on this road if I wasn't forced to run away, right?
Yeah.
But the more I grew and the more I fucking whatever, the more I saw is like, it's nobody's fault but mine that I was going in and out of jail. I could have easily, found a job and fucking just worked and done nothing illegal. And I could have been straight.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, I mean, this is kind of like past that, but like, do you feel like going in, making like fast money, doing all that fast money and then coming to social media, was it hard for you to like get over making the fast money, selling the drugs and giving up that lifestyle?
No, it honestly wasn't hard at all.
Because I know for some people, right, like it's addicting, right?
It is. I think that the one thing that really helped me with that was that, one, I never really wanted to sell drugs. I didn't have a passion for it. I saw it as a means to get money to
Take care of you.
Yeah. So it's like I didn't want to be some kingpin. I didn't want to, you know, that wasn't my claim to fame, wasn't my claim to power. But yeah, when I got blessed in blowing up and I could start making money on fucking social media, I was like, this is my way out. I'm gonna do everything I can to fucking chase this, because this is the way out I've been praying for years. I can leave all that other shit behind me.
So you felt like more relieved.
Yeah, I felt definitely relieved. That's a perfect word for it.
Yeah.
It was definitely confusing at first, but it was definitely relieving.
So do you feel like karma worked in your favor to get where you're at today?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
I think that there's also this saying I like, that no matter what I've been through, I like to say that I didn't really lose sight of my heart. Like, I always wanted to be, bro, I used to sneak my pop's car out and deadass go around seeing if people needed, like, the people walking on the side of the street, if they needed a ride somewhere, I would just take them there.
Holy
I used to
shit.
do that shit.
You were Uber before Uber.
Yeah, pretty much for free.
For free.
You could have been making money off of
I
it.
used to fucking volunteer. I used to give food out to the homeless. Like, I love being a good person because it makes me feel like I'm giving
You're
something
doing
back.
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
So
do you think like you being like such a caring person, like you don't think that it does harm to the way you see like things like from your like heart? Like, do you ever like have a shield up on your heart? Like
Nowadays, I
Yeah.
do. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, like, I think I didn't know as much as the world. I was a little sheltered. I didn't know how truly, like, evil and, like, you know, like, how much people will take advantage of you. Nowadays, I'm more guarded with my heart. But if I vet you and I meet you and, you know, like I said, if I like you, I would die for you. Anything you want, I would give it to you. And that's just who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Like, I used to say, like, I live for my people and nothing more. The people I care about, I live for them, nothing more.
You said on the Under the Influence podcast when that you saw like a lot of similarities in Frank.
Mm-hmm.
How fast did you see that? Cause like just from being with you from like a day or two, I was like, bro, this guy's like Frank. He's like Frank a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, when he started answering those questions, I was like, this is what I would do. What the fuck? But I also think, like, so what the audience don't know, I don't know if you guys know this, Frank and I have been following each other on social media for like 2-3 years before I ever met Suburb Talks, UTI, you guys. Frank and I have known each other the longest.
Yeah.
We never talked. We never like we weren't friends, but we were mutuals, and like we saw each other's shit and we liked each other.
Yeah,
And I think it was because, like,
it was cool.
yeah. we were like literally
Because
the same,
I
posting-
messaged, I think you messaged, or I messaged you. I was like,
Fuck if I
bro,
know.
yeah, because you posted some shit like you were going through some shit, and I think I sent you like, hey, like if you need something, like
Yeah.
somebody to talk to, and just
Yeah.
message.
Damn, that's kind of crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, when he was answering those questions, I was looking at him like, that's dead ass the same shit I would do. What the fuck?
Yeah, I would
Right
say like
there.
your guys' care for people is
Yeah,
pretty
it's the
similar.
same, yeah.
And the same thing with girls too. It's
The
kinda-
way you, and the way you carry yourself,
Yeah,
like it feels
exactly.
like you're like we're similar as fuck.
Yeah, you guys are very similar.
You guys
Also,
are-
I'm gonna take my glasses off. I want to tell the audience right now, I slept in my contacts, so my right eye is like very red.
It's not pink eye, y'all.
No,
Don't
it's
think-
not pink eye. It's not itchy or none. It's just.
It's not.
I think it's just literally like devoid of air.
Yeah, he needs to take off his contacts.
Yeah,
Remind
yeah.
him.
I sleep in my contacts.
Yeah.
So.
No, because I feel like too that like some of the things you've been through, I've been through,
Yeah.
but not to the certain extent that you've been through it. That's why I feel like I could relate to some of the shit you say so much. Because I feel like it does build character. And
Yeah.
builds like, not like, I ain't scared of shit type
Yeah.
shit. Like if I'm going to go against somebody, I don't give a fuck, even if you're fucking a fucking giant.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I'm
deadass.
I'm
When
gonna
I,
protect whoever I'm with, like
Mhm.
with my life.
I think that's when I caught my case against that when I almost did 10 years. It was against this like 6'3" dude, white, like worked out every day, played fucking varsity football. Right? I'm scrawny. I'm fucking this
Yeah.
5'8" Asian kid,
Yeah.
and I beat his ass. So that's when people are like, "Oh, you're really about it." I was like, "I've been telling
And even
y'all
if you
this."
get your ass beat, at
Yeah.
least I got
It's
down.
like I would dead ass. I will bleed out on that fucking street before I ever go out as a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
Because my whole life I felt like a bitch. I couldn't protect my sister. I couldn't protect my mom. And at 17 or at 16, I started waking up, and I never wanted to feel like that again. So in my head, I was just like, I'm making this promise once. That shit's going to be for the rest of my life. I'll never feel like a bitch again.
Yeah.
Even if I have to die about it.
Yeah. I think that happened like when I got jumped too. I got jumped before. That's when I was like, I ain't gonna fucking be fuck all that. Like whoever run, like fuck all that type shit.
That is.
Cause it does build character when you go through shit.
Yeah. And that's like the only positive I can get from my childhood is like I feel like it built me character.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like it showed me what I don't want to be and what I don't want to show.
Cause I know you don't believe in God, but like God will not put you through anything that you can't get through.
Yeah,
Like
I've heard
type
that
shit.
before, and I don't know. It's like I've talked about it before. It's like I stopped believing in God because I was raised Catholic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just got to a point where I was praying to God so much, and it's like He wasn't helping me. So that's when I turned my back on God.
That's how I literally was talking to Joanne about that the other day too. But he was like,
who knows? Maybe in 10 years I'll become Catholic again.
Mhm.
Who knows?
It's
But just
what you believe in.
yeah,
but you do start losing faith when you go through shit.
yeah.
That's what
It's
kills.
just I remember like I think I was like 13. I was at my kitchen sink. I just got my ass beat, and I was looking out the window. It was fucking sunny outside, little drizzle, and I was crying because I got my ass beat. And I remember it's like I just could not stop crying, because when I was getting my ass beat, I was praying to God. I'm like, please let this stop. And this was one of my worst ass beatings. I got my tailbone bruised that side. I thought my fucking tailbone broke. I was thinking I could never move again.
Mhm.
And motherfucker forced me to do dishes right after. So I'm at the sink. I'm just looking out the window. I'm like, and it's like when he was beating my ass, he was like, stop crying, stop crying. So in my head it was ingrained. I'm like, I had to stop crying. I just could not stop crying. And that's when I really realized it's like, shit, I might have something wrong with me. Like I might actually be depressed.
Mhm.
And that's also when I was like, all that praying wasn't good for nothing. Shit didn't stop. I'm still at the sink. I still went through what I just went through. I'm still doing dishes. So that's when I turned my back on God. I was like, you don't help me for shit.
But you don't feel like you should believe now because you're here and your sister.
I've thought about it before, but I don't know.
Mm.
That's the best answer I can give right now. Is like I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's something that
It's something
you take on.
yeah.
You take on at your own pace,
Yeah.
and you go through. Cause like I know for a lot of people too, it's hard to hold faith in like times like that. It's really tough.
Yeah.
It's also like my mindset has just always been like me against the world.
Yeah, that you have to do it because you did for like your mom and all them, and you
Yeah.
had to get away because it was just
So it's
too
like
much.
I think I'm still in that mindset. Maybe less nowadays, but I'm still in that mindset. It's literally just me against the world.
You only have one. You only have one sibling.
Yeah, I have one younger sister.
Yeah.
It's like a year and a half younger than me.
Yeah. When did you start getting traction on social media?
It was late 2020. I literally got arrested and my mugshot blew up.
Yeah, I seen that.
That
Yeah,
is
your
so crazy.
you just like. I think
I
you-
think I
did you
remember
put it-
seeing it on
yeah,
Twitter.
You put
Yeah.
it. Did you put it on a shirt or not?
I used to put my old mugshots on a
A
shirt.
shirt, yeah.
I'd never put this mugshot on a shirt.
You should have.
This was the
Yeah.
one that everybody fucked
This
with.
was the one that blew me the fuck up.
What mugshot was it?
It was the one I was smiling in. Yeah, I was smiling.
You
in it.
smiled.
Said fuck it. Did they tell you? What did they tell you? Like, oh,
They told me to stop smiling. I was like, no. And no, I'm walking into jail like mad as fuck. I'm like, because
So you're doing everything you can to piss him off. Type
yeah.
shit.
So it's like, so here's the story. Is like I was on probation for beating that one dude up, right?
yeah.
Fuck, I had to burp. But I was already on probation for that. I almost did 10 years. I was on probation, and I was going through this whole like self-healing, self-improvement journey. It was during BLM, so I was protesting.
Also prime COVID.
Yeah. So I was protesting, trying to give back to the world, do what I felt was right. So protesting, I got arrested. Blah blah blah. Long story short, I got arrested. My mugshot. I walked in that bitch, and they were like, I was in the shower that morning, and they pulled up, and they busted open the door. threw back the curtain. I'm naked in the shower. I just see 3 fucking ARs pointing at my face. I'm like, here we go. And I went to jail. I'm thinking I'm finna be bonded out the next day. But my probation officer told them, like, oh, yeah, he's violent. He has, 3 gun charges, 2 assault charges. Keep him in jail until trial. And trial is like a year out.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking I'm finna be in jail for a year for something I didn't even do. But I got a lawyer work pro bono for free. He picked the case up. He got a bond hearing. I was out in a month.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was out on house arrest.
Damn.
Oh,
So
wow.
ankle bracelet.
Better than being in jail.
Yeah.
You would think that, right? It's
Yeah.
not.
It's
What?
not.
How come it's not?
Not for me, at least. When I go to jail, I work out a routine. I shut out the outside world. I forget everybody out there. I fucking focus on jail, what's in jail, and that's it. When I was on house arrest, I still had social media. I still had my phone. I could still see people. So it was a sense of like, I'm seeing people live their lives, and then people just like slowly stopped caring about me. People stopped hitting me up, asking how I was. But also, another sense of it was like, I was blown up on social media, but I just felt like I couldn't do anything with it because I was stuck in one room for 24 fucking hours.
Yeah.
All day.
Actually, it was 12 hours. I could leave from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But it got to the point where it's like, I can't even do what I want to do in that time frame. So it's like...
Was it like in a radius though?
Like if you
Or like
passed-
you could like go out.
I could go to like my driveway and smoke a cig, but that was it.
Oh, so you couldn't go like to
No.
go get something to eat? Or
No, I
some
couldn't go anywhere.
So if you
From
were
6
hungry at
p.m.
night, you couldn't leave?
No.
From 6 p.m. to what?
From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., I had to be in the crib.
Damn.
So I just stopped leaving my house. I was like, I can't do anything from fucking 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And
I
that's
could.
for a whole year?
It was like a year and some change. It was like a
Damn.
year and 2 months.
Fucking
Sucks.
So for me, house arrest was worse. And I've been on house arrest twice. The first time I was on house arrest, I literally, when I caught a new charge, I went in that bitch and I told them, give me however much you want to give me. I'm not doing house arrest. So I already had an idea of how house arrest was. I hated that shit. So when they gave it to me a second time, this time I'm looking at like 25 years or something. Like a very long
Damn.
time. So I was like, all right, well.
I'll just take the house
Yeah.
arrest.
Especially for a charge I didn't do. So I'm like, all right, I'll just deal with, a year of house arrest and let's fucking get it going. That shit almost killed me.
Then you would think like that would be like catching a break.
Yeah,
to
I feel
most
like that'd
people.
be cool. You could play like the Xbox,
Yeah.
watch TV.
No, not for me.
Oh, fuck that.
It's like Disturbia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
you
I was
want-
kind of thinking
You
about.
want to go do shit, especially that
Exactly.
you're home.
It was literally that feeling of just like life passing you by.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I feel that.
It's like if you're in a window and you're staring out and you see kids playing. And that's what I told I got with my my second ex when I was on house arrest, and I told her the first times I ever cried to her, I told her like, this house arrest shit makes me feel like I'm 17 again. Like I'm caged in the fucking house and I'm looking at people outside living their life, having fun, and I can't go. I think that's really why I fucking hate that shit. It literally reminds me of my childhood.
well, I mean, that's
Yeah,
cool
I
that
could see that.
that you had a girl so like she could come over and shit. Right?
And who
Yeah.
would
It's
get
okay,
you? Who would
right?
get you your like food and like all that?
I mean, I would order it on
Oh,
DoorDash or
you're
shit.
allowed to go out at
Yeah,
6.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just how big was it when your mugshot was blowing up?
Ask it again.
Wait, we
Like,
already
serious.
answered that, though.
No,
yeah,
you-
we could go to.
I was in the middle of answering.
Yeah,
Alright,
he
go
was
ahead,
in the
go
middle.
ahead.
Basically, so the first month I was in jail, I was blown up during that time, so I didn't really know how big it was. But I was getting calls I would call my homies every day, and they would just basically kept telling me like, "Oh, you're going viral out here. You're going viral. They're playing your shit in fucking Vietnam." My mom was getting calls from family members back in Vietnam, like, "What is your son doing out there? Like, why is he on the news?" And then basically like politically wise, that shit blew the fuck up. It was worldwide. Social media wise, that shit was everywhere on fucking Twitter. Instagram had they had posted me on, y'all know that that hot mugshot page. I think it's banned now, but
Yeah, I've
they
been on there
post-
multiple times.
Yeah,
Wait, what is that?
it's literally where people just find like hot mugshots and they post it. And I was on that. I think
What
they had
the
like
fuck? That's crazy.
a mill or something.
Yeah.
So I
So
was on that.
so were you smiling like expecting like this shit's gonna go viral? Or you were just doing it?
No,
just,
I had no idea that shit would go viral. So it's like I smiled just as literally a way to piss the cops off.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, fuck you guys.
Wait, so
Because
why-
they told you to stop smiling.
Mhm.
Huh?
Yeah, why did they bring you in though?
You
were protesting.
I was
but, like, for
protesting, and
what?
then they interviewed me about this fucking, like, there were a bunch of other people that got arrested, and they were like, why'd they get arrested? They interviewed me. I was like, yeah, they're just locking people up for no reason, this and that. And then they
the
tried.
cops interviewed you.
No, the
Oh,
news
the
station
news.
did. Yeah. And then so I gave them an interview. I told them to hide my face, hide my tattoos, I did not want to be known that it was me doing the interview. And I'm guessing since I was on probation, they knew it was me. So I got arrested. But yeah, like that shit was everywhere.
damn.
I know.
That's crazy.
I feel like I have seen it on Twitter.
No, yeah, I remember when that
No,
shit
it was
blowing up.
everywhere on Twitter. And then so yeah, I didn't have a TikTok. I used to fucking hate TikTok. I used to openly talk shit about that app. But
I think that's how everybody was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
two girls had made a TikTok with my mugshot in the back, and that Britney Spears song is like, "Mama, I'm in love with a criminal,"
Oh yeah.
and both that shit blew up. So yeah, that's and then I made a like 3 or 4 months into me like being out and like blowing up. I finally made a TikTok, and in like 3 months, I was sitting at like 1 million followers.
Holy fuck. Were your DMs going crazy with girls?
My DMs were crazy.
Yeah.
No, dead ass like crazy.
Did you have like anybody famous hit you up? Or?
Yeah. Do y'all remember that one girl?
I remember you said, this Sky Bree hit you up.
Oh yeah, she did.
She
But that
was
was
recent. That was-
way
Oh,
that was recent.
it's-
That was way after. That
That's-
was already when I was like doing shit, making content, this and that.
That's lit though.
Yeah, she doesn't respond to me anymore. But
She just did it to see.
exactly, yeah.
See what's up with it.
She wanted to see what's up. But do y'all remember a few years back when the Australian wildfires were going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was this one girl that used to sell her nudes and then
Yes.
donate all the money to fucking whatever.
Yes.
She hit me up.
Wow.
Did you do anything with it or?
Nah, because I was on house arrest. I couldn't travel nowhere.
Fuck, and she was in Australia.
And she wanted to fuck,
Yeah. No, she straight up said that.
She said that.
That's crazy.
Like,
but she could have came to you.
yeah, but it's like when I tell people, it's like when people are like, "Where do you live?" I'm like, Iowa. Come out here, baby girl.
Why can't you come here? I'm on house arrest. It's like, I'm good.
That's how it used to be. Is like, I literally would have to tell girls, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably on house arrest for like the next year. So
So I'm gonna be
Wait.
available at 6 a.m., 6
Yeah.
p.m. So you can come through at those.
literally,
You could go get breakfast or some shit.
So like,
Not even dinner.
yeah. What is there to do in Iowa? By the way?
not shit. That's why I almost killed myself.
Like, but like, what would you do for like? What would you do for like fun?
I just played video games a lot.
Really?
And really, what I tried to do was like I did a lot of photo shoots when I could like leave my house. I did a lot of photo shoots. All I was worried about was like moving out of Iowa.
You didn't do sports or anything?
Nah.
Nah.
I tried working out, but it's like I was so depressed. Like that shit never really stuck. And I didn't have my car at that time either, so it's like it was hard going to the gym and coming back home and shit.
So when you blew up, were you like, oh, like fuck yeah, I'm gonna become an influencer? Or you're like, I'm just gonna try to get followers, see where it goes.
Second. It's
Yeah.
like I was literally just posting random shit and it's like, let's see how big I can get.
When was it when you were like, you know what, like this shit's actually kind of cool, maybe I could do this?
Not until I moved to LA.
Really?
So like 5 months ago.
Damn. And then like what changed?
I got on the podcast. I got more work out here.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it
Yeah.
used to be like if brands would hit me up and they were in a different city,
Mm-hmm.
after I got off house arrest, I would like book a flight and just come out there, book a hotel. But that shit got expensive because like Iowa's so small. Every flight in and out is like $600.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Because
yeah,
you're at VidCon too, huh?
I was at VidCon.
Yeah.
That was a week after I moved here.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And you had got
You're
invited there.
you're with
No.
Wu Talks there, right?
Huh?
Wu
Wu Talk
Talk?
was there, yeah. Wu Talk was the reason I went to VidCon. Because he's like, I can get you to these after parties and shit. But during the day, I didn't have anything to do. So I was like, I'm going to just buy a fucking ticket, man. So I fucking bought a VidCon ticket, went in that bitch, just stuck with the homies. And then at night, I would go to like the after parties and shit.
The after parties were fun.
Yeah, they were dope.
And then that's how you would connect.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
Oh, that's sweet.
now that well, do you guys have any more questions about that?
About social media or like him blowing up?
Yeah, both.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, do you think like social media has like affected you for the better or for the worse?
I think for the better. And obviously like everybody's different, but for me at least, it gave me like a sense of purpose or like a sense of like it gives me something I can chase and work towards instead of like just taking shit day by day and like, oh, I'll go to this 9 to 5 job, come home, figure out what to do. Whereas now it's like I'm trying to get rich.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy my mom a house. I'm trying to put my sister through college. And if social media is the way to do it, then I'm gonna chase that shit.
That's good.
What do you think you'd be doing if it wasn't like social media?
I honestly don't know. Probably still working on 9 to 5. Just trying to, yeah.
See, that's how it.
Trying to get by.
That's why it's like similar, bro. Because that's how fucking I saw it.
Yeah.
Because these guys came in and I was like, I caught a break.
Yeah.
Type
Literally.
shit.
Now that you're so like focused on like what you're doing now, do you think you're better off the way you are, or like if you had a girl by your side at your age?
I think I would be better if I had a girl by my side, but it would have to be the right girl. If it was the wrong girl, I think I would get distracted. I would start losing focus of my career and like my dreams and just like pour everything into her. Because that's how I get in relationships.
Yeah.
I tend to care more about my relationship than anything else in my life.
It doesn't fucking matter. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
And that's how I used to be, and that's what I actively like try to work on. Is like, even if I could love you, I could die for you, I need to put myself first.
So would the right girl look like someone who would be like, no, you need to focus on this. Like,
Yeah.
we can't do this today.
Yeah, exactly. If she is looking out for me and she's, as much as I would hate it, she's like, we can't hang out today. You need to do this. I need to do this. Because it's like I tend to become like codependent in relationships. I want to be by them every single second.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's like,
So how do you like tell a person that? Have you like, because obviously you've been in relationships. Like,
Yeah.
how did that go down for you?
I mean,
Like,
I
did you-
wouldn't just tell them, but it's like, like I used to be very toxic in the sense of like, my first relationship was like that, and then I actively try to work on it. And then my second relationship was when I was on house arrest. So I think house arrest also played a part in that. It's like, this shit sucks. I just want you by me. I can't even leave my crib. We can't go do anything. Let's just stay home and watch movies. But like day after day or night after night after night.
That gets repetitive.
Exactly.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot too,
Yeah, it
about
gets
like
boring.
switching it up in a relationship,
Yeah.
like trying new things.
Mhm. But it's like house arrest took that away from me. I couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
So I think house arrest in my second relationship also made my codependency issues a lot greater than what they normally are. But that's one thing I actively try to work on. And nowadays I think I'm definitely better at it. Like I'm talking to someone right now. I don't think I can trust her though, so we'll see where it goes.
Oh, so you're still single though?
Yeah, I'm still single.
We'll see if it pops out with a
Yeah.
lady or not.
Yeah. But
How much does it take for you to trust a girl, and like why is that? Is it because like how you were brought up, or is it kind of like you've seen shit too, where like maybe girls will hit on you but they got boyfriends, or
I think all of it.
you've seen all the grimy shit?
Yeah, I've seen all the grimy shit. I see all the grimy shit going out in LA to the clubs.
It's even worse out here.
Oh, it's definitely worse out
Fuck,
here.
yeah.
I've been cheated on. Fucking, my first ex. That was like my first love, right? Like head over heels. Like I've never felt a love like that before. I found out she cheated because I saw a video of her sucking another dude's dick and him fucking her. So that shit shaped me
Fuck
into.
that bitch.
You know what I like to call myself nowadays?
What?
Mr. DTB for life.
Yeah,
Don't trust bitches.
Yeah, because that's really like I do not trust
Mine's
bitches.
How
Bro.
did you
TYB.
see that?
What's that?
Take your bitch.
Yeah. But I saw it because they had been hanging out that month, and I was like, I asked them both. I was like, what's going on between y'all two?
Oh, so
They-
you knew the guy.
Yeah.
That's the
He
guy
was
you
my
beat
hom-
his ass, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was the guy you
That
beat.
was I fucking took a wine bottle and I slammed it over his head. I was
Holy
trying to like
shit.
murk him that night.
Oh,
Wait, did the bottle break?
No, it was a pink Moscato wine bottle.
Oh, that's
It
bad.
did that
So
noise.
it
But
was
you knew
thick.
him. You were cool. Like
No,
at
I
least
wasn't cool with
acquaint-
him.
But no, before.
He wasn't my acquaintance. That was her friend.
So you
Oh
never
my
really met him.
No, I met him because they started hanging out, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this new dude?"
And what would she tell you? Like, oh, it's just
We're
friend?
just friends.
Oh my.
And I asked him, like, "What's going
God.
on between y'all two?" He was like, "We're just friends."
Fuck
then
that dude, man.
One night she wasn't responding, but I saw on other people's stories that they were all hanging out in a group. So I was like, "What the fuck going on?" I hacked into her Snapchat because I knew her password, and this motherfucker had taken videos on his phone and sent it to her of him fucking her.
God.
So I saw that shit, and immediately I was like, "Yeah, somebody's dying."
You're sick to your stomach. Huh?
Yeah, deadass.
And
I've
you
never
pulled
felt.
up?
I've never felt pain like that. No, I pulled up the next morning. After they had been hanging out, I pulled up the next morning to take her home to her dad's house.
She don't know that you know this yet, though.
I didn't know this yet.
No,
I found out that night
Oh, he didn't
after
know.
I picked her up and took her home. I found out that the next night.
And what was she like? Like cool? You know, it was just a regular drive home.
No, deadass. It was a regular drive home. She was like, "Oh yeah, I love you. I'll see you later." This and that, right? And that night I was like,
Fuck her.
something weird. Like I feel something off, bro. Like something weird's about last night. So I hacked in. I saw that shit, and I asked her, "Is like, you really fucked him?" And she was like, "What? What are you talking about? This and that." I just said one thing. I said, "I saw the videos," and then immediately she was like, "Yeah, we're done."
Oh my.
What a bitch.
Yeah, and that's when I was like,
stupid
"You're
bitch.
finna say that to me? Like, what are you
I
talking
should
about?"
be I should be saying that shit to you,
Yeah.
bitch. What the fuck?
But,
She's like, yeah, you caught me. Fuck.
yeah,
And
but
like, where is this bitch from? Like, she's from
Iowa.
Iowa, but like, you met her how?
fucking through Twitter.
Those Iowa Twitter bitches, bro.
She just went to a different school, and I like
Fuck her.
she was in the party group, and I met her, and she was pretty, and I fucking had a crush on her, and we talked, and I fell in love.
These Twitter bitches, man.
Oh my god.
But the worst part is, and thank God I'm not like this anymore. I also thank whatever that fucking, I think going through that like taught me to never forgive somebody for cheating, because I forgave her. I got back with her.
After that,
Yeah, but I cheated back, and then it just started this
Hey.
whole toxic cycle. I cheated back with her friend, and I fucking made sure she knew about it. And that was my get
my
back.
God.
How'd you make
Yeah.
sure?
Because it was her friend.
Oh.
And there were other people at the crib.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you fucked her friend
Mhm.
with your girlfriend in like the same house?
No, she was at home, but her friend and her other friends were at my crib for like a party or something, and I fucked one of her friends.
You
So I
should've-
knew it would get back to her.
and you're like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Job
But
done.
I mean, that shit would just turn toxic, and that shit like
That's-
we loved each other, but we hated each other.
So how did you get out of that like toxic relationship?
She moved away.
Oh,
Holy, that's like the only resort, huh?
And honestly, like I have respect for her for moving away.
oh, she did it like because of that reason, or
That was a part of it, yeah.
damn.
Because I think if she had
Holy.
moved away, we would have done that shit. I was so helplessly in love. I could not have left if I wanted to.
what?
There was like a part of me that wanted to leave, and there was a part of me that wanted to stay, and the part of me that wanted to stay always won.
Wow.
But then I stayed, and I always thought back like, bro, you be fucking dudes.
Yeah, you want some bullshit.
And I wanted
Yeah.
to leave, and it was just like
Shit.
a fucking circle, man.
So with that, would you ever trust a guy best friend
Fuck no.
Fuck that.
at all?
Fuck no.
I can
One,
see
if I
why.
meet you and you have a guy best friend, immediately out of the dating pool. I would never wife you.
No
if we're dating
way.
and you have a guy best friend, you meet somebody, oh, that's my guy best friend. I don't care. Cut him off or I'm out.
Wait, okay,
I don't
wait,
care if that's
That's how
toxic or
it's
not.
supposed to
Wait,
be.
okay, wait,
What
wait,
if-
wait.
What
Like
if
that.
it's like, oh, I grew up with him. This is my.
Then I just won't date you. We can be friends.
Yeah.
All right, well, what about a gay best friend?
How do you know he's gay? That's what he's gonna say.
He's gonna have to suck my dick first.
I knew y'all were gonna say that. I didn't want to say that. I think I'd be okay with gay best friend. It depends. It all depends on how he acts. If it's a gay best friend that's all touchy and shit, still no.
What if he acts gay around here and then when he sees you, what's up, bro? How you doing, homie? You know.
He might be my friend. I don't know.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
so it's
actually
like-
nuts, dude.
So guy best friends are no.
No, deadass. That's one of my like
Pet peeves.
like not even pet peeves. Like that's one of my like
Cutoffs.
cutoffs. Yeah,
Like bright red flag.
yeah.
So you would say that pretty much all girls everywhere are the same.
No, I think most are. Most are the same, especially in today's society.
Yeah.
But I think like all that says is you find that one good one, stick with her. And that's what I've been trying to find.
That's nice.
Damn.
My second ex, I think she was what I was trying to find, but it's like my life, house arrest, this and that. I wasn't fully healed from my first ex. I couldn't trust nobody. I think I firmly fucked up. Like obviously she did shit I didn't like. There were things I didn't like, but I fucked up my second relationship. I'm the reason that shit ended.
So
That's cool for you to say though.
Yeah, not yet. It's good that you're taking accountability.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about like, you know, your girlfriend going out by herself for a girls' night?
Once in a while is fine. Every single weekend, cut that shit out. Otherwise, I'm leaving.
What about like the texting? Like, does she got to be texting you while she's out?
Oh yeah, update me. If you're leaving the club to go somewhere else, update me. If somebody's trying to talk to you and it gets weird, update me. Because it's like, if you don't update me and I hear from somebody else, I'm going to assume you're trying to hide it.
Oh,
And why are you trying to hide it?
Yeah, no, I get that.
And it's also like, that's the type of person I am. Even to people I'm not dating, even to girls I'm just talking to, I'll update. If I'm out at a club or whatever, hey, I'm going here. I think I'm going to be home at this time. If I don't go home and I go to an after party, I'm going to text you when I do that. I'm texting you every 30 minutes. I'm updating you. You feel me?
Yeah.
But my second ex, my most recent ex, every time she went out, it was like I was forgotten.
Oh,
And that's one thing I didn't like about that shit. And that's what really taught me is like I don't like that shit. So the next girl I find like
I don't like that shit either.
yeah, it's I think it's weird, bro. I'm not saying I have a problem with you going out with your girlfriends. Go do that shit. Even if my girlfriend hit me up and she was like, "Yeah, I want this guy to buy us drinks," like I'm like, okay, go flirt with him. As long as you don't touch him, don't do no weird shit. Go run game on him.
Yeah.
But I want to know about it first.
Oh shit! Yeah, damn, that's crazy.
And I think like I used to beat myself up. I was like, "Am I being toxic?" I don't think that's toxic.
Nah, I don't think that's toxic.
That's not toxic.
that's
That's
not toxic at all.
I think that's baseline communication.
and
No, yeah,
reinsurance
100%.
too.
Yeah, 100%. Especially like since you've been cheated on, so
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy because I don't know if I would say to run game.
No,
For a
I
free
wouldn't
drink?
say that because
I
I
would.
don't
For a free
think so.
drink?
Yeah,
I don't
free
think-
drink.
I'll just
Yeah,
send
I
you the
would.
money. Go buy yourself a drink.
Nah. Go ahead.
yeah,
You
no.
would tell.
I
you
can
would
see
tell
that.
him,
I
like,
can see
flirt
that
with him?
side.
Yeah.
You would say flirt with him.
Yeah.
You would say flirt with him.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
cool.
I guess
As long as
I
I
guess
know-
we're different on these.
As long as I know beforehand.
Yeah, as long as they know.
Shit. Yeah, I'm better off sending you like $100. Go get yourself a couple drinks. You're good.
I don't know
Nah,
if I
I'll
could
save the 100 for myself.
I'm saying buy FIFA packs.
Yeah.
I mean, she don't need 100. She get adios. That'll work. That'll do the job, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
like
fuck.
15 bucks.
2 of those, you good.
What about like your girlfriend going out with like a group of friends, but there's like maybe like say like 4 girls, 2 guys.
If I'm not, what are the 2 guys single?
Yeah.
If I'm not there, you're not going.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's
I'm
also
feeling
like
the most serious face too.
Yeah.
dead ass.
He's telling the truth.
I've
Yeah,
been
he's
way
telling
through.
it.
I've been through way too much shit to fucking just be cool with that shit. Cause I know how that shit goes. I don't care if it's your guy friend or not.
Yeah, because you.
And if you
were
have
cool
a problem with
it
that, then we can break up. I'll find a new bitch.
Yeah, and
Look how fast I can replace you.
I can't like I wouldn't I won't know type
Exactly.
shit.
Do you say that too?
What?
Like I could replace you.
I try not to.
Sometimes it slips out.
Nah, 'cause it's like, if I'm talking to a girl, like I try to treat her like she's irreplaceable. I want to give her. If I like somebody, I want to give them the world. But if it really gets down to that point where you think like I can't replace you, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
You're not that special.
I done said some crazy
You're
shit.
only special because of how much I like you. You're not that special.
Yeah. No, the worst shit I've
Let me
said
chill out.
was
I'm starting
probably
to sound a little
no,
like Future right now.
No, no. The worst shit I've said is like, what did I do to God to get me a girl like you? That's probably the worst shit.
That's crazy.
That kind of hit her like, oh, what the fuck?
Damn.
That he pulled that out of his arsenal.
But no, it's like it took a long time because I used to be the kind of guy in a relationship where I'd let, my girlfriend just walk over me. It took a long time to build boundaries. So nowadays it's like if I don't like that shit and I tell you I don't like it, you're still gonna do it. We're through. Just like if you tell me you don't like me doing something,
I'm not gonna
do
I'm gonna
it.
have respect enough for
yeah,
to
because
stop
that's how
it.
Exactly. That's how I see it. If you still do that after I tell you I'm not cool with it, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's not about me being insecure or this or that.
It's like fuck me.
Bitch, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, type shit.
And you're disrespectful to me, I'm gonna go treat another bitch disrespectfully.
So it's your fault.
Exactly.
What do you say is like your biggest pet peeve in a relationship? Like for example, I would say like one of mine, like I don't like arguing at all. But I feel like that's kind of bad too, because I'm not really communicating. I'll kind of just be like, all right, that's it. I'll cut it. Is there anything like that?
I mean, there's multiple things. I don't know if it's my biggest or not. Like what I just said, like going out, not texting me, not communicating. Just being shitty at communication in general.
Bad communication.
Yeah, like that. Like we're grown, shorty. Like if you still don't know how to, learn how to. Deadass. Go look up some Google articles.
Do you need to have her location?
I didn't with my second ex. I don't care about locations.
Just be honest.
Yeah, just be honest.
If you lie.
Yeah, I would low key rather not have it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like when I have somebody's location, I be checking that shit too much.
Yeah.
And that
how
shit
it
be
is.
fucking up sometimes, and I just get in my head about it. I'd rather just text you, like, what are you doing? You be honest about it. If I catch you lying one time, shit's through.
Yeah, and it's not hard being honest. Just don't do nothing stupid.
Exactly. And if you want to do something stupid, you want to be single, go be single. Have enough respect for me as a man to just let me go my own way.
Yeah. That's hard for
Life is short, man. I don't got time to waste on, you feel me? I'm trying to get rich. I'm not trying to deal with another lying hoe.
And also,
I've dealt
like,
with enough.
Nah, and there's like times when you're like, if she wants to go out and shit, and you don't have, just wait, like type shit. Like that's how I am. Like,
What do you mean by that?
like, say, like we do the social media shit and all this. She's like, oh, I want to go out here. I want to go out here. All right, well, like,
give me time.
give me time. Like, shit, you're gonna have the fucking world at the end. I promise you. And if they're not understanding, I'm kind of like, bro, fuck it. You know what?
Dude.
Just you gotta wait. Just wait. Be patient. Type shit.
That edible hitting Frank right now.
Yeah. Shit. You seen it in my eyes.
That edible gave Frank the world.
Shit. That made me see the world different.
But yeah, I don't know. It also where I'm at in life right now, I'm not, thirsty for a girlfriend.
Whatever comes.
Yeah, whatever comes. So, if it comes, cool. I'm not actively. Actually, I'm actively trying not to get into a relationship.
That's good.
Like literally all I'm focused on right now is work. Every day I wake up, I'm trying to find work. Like I said, I'm trying to get rich.
Yeah.
I want to take care of my mom. I want to take care of my sister. If the right girl walks into my life, I'm gonna embrace it.
Would you say that you'd rather date an influencer or somebody who's not on? Like,
That's what I've been
on
trying to
social media?
figure out. Dead ass. That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Because there's a bag that comes with dating an influencer too.
And I don't know if I'm healed enough to not be insecure about that shit.
Boss.
Bro,
Wait, you said you don't know if you're cute enough?
healed.
Oh, I thought
I thought you said
you feel
cute
me?
enough too. I was like, you're pretty cute.
No, I'm cute enough. I know I am. But I don't know if I'm healed enough. I might be a little bit still too toxic for that shit. Cause it's like if I date a bad bitch, right, and she posts a picture and all the comments are dudes and her friends, her so-called friends are in that shit leaving comments, I be in that shit like, who the fuck are you? Drop your fucking address, bitch. Like I won't pull up right now. But then I'll be thinking about it, I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that no more.
Especially if she has like 3 million followers.
Exactly. It's like I can't do that no more.
But then also too, dating an influencer, like you guys, especially if she's bigger, she like help you out.
Yeah. I mean,
Clout.
I don't care about that shit at all. But it's like dating.
There's a bag.
Dating. The only thing I can say is like dating a influencer, right? They're already accustomed to like LA lifestyle or like big city lifestyle, clout living, like
The schedule.
all that shit isn't gonna affect how they think. Dating someone without clout, if I bring them to LA and they meet somebody that does this or they meet somebody that's big on TikTok or Instagram or something like that, they might get starstruck and do something dumb.
See, that's where like the trust comes. Like,
Exactly.
you gotta hold your fucking ground, bitch.
But when I speak about trust, I trusted all my ex bitches until they cheated on me.
Yeah.
Where's the trust?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready to date yet.
He
So
ain't
that's
ready yet.
that's why I'm trying not
Nah,
to date.
yeah. To be honest, I don't know. I was I listened to that story you told about your first ex and about how you caught that. I don't know who I was talking to it about, but I was saying like it's kind of crazy the way you think versus the way I think, because I feel like if I had to go through that, oh my God, I'd probably be like a whole different person.
Yeah, that's like I don't think a human is. I think every human is who they are because of what they've been through.
100%.
So the shit I've been through is different from what other people have been through. So there's a reason why I am today. It might not be, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm all powerful, I'm all good. Nah, like I obviously know there's still some things I'm working on.
And the shit that your parents went through, do you feel like that caused you to your trust issues to be like out of control too?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
The shit I went through, like I said, when I meet people, I'm distrusting of them. I'm always trying to think like, how are you gonna hurt me? Do you want to hurt me? Are you trying to get something from me instead of just being my genuine friend? Just shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like that will ever change? Like maybe you'll start being a little bit more trusting of people and kind of get over?
I don't think so.
No.
But it's a double-edged sword because I kind of like that part of me. That I don't trust a lot of people, so the people I do trust,
It's a big deal.
yeah, it is a big deal.
I like that too.
And it's like I can fully open up and truly be myself.
Yeah.
And there's only like a handful.
There's only literally a single handful
that you can actually give the world to,
Mhm.
type shit. Yeah, I get.
I
you on
don't
that.
care about. I used to talk to people that all they cared about was like, oh, I want a lot of friends. Why don't I have any friends? I'm like, why do you even want a lot of friends?
Yeah,
That shit's always been weird to me. It's like, find your group of people, stick them close, and that's how you should live your life. It's you against the world.
Yeah.
Anything else, I think that's shit's for the birds.
I like that one.
True.
Shit's for the birds.
Just to kind of like, maybe we can end it off with this, but like I think right now, like money's like super important to you. Is it?
Yeah.
Is that, would you say like that's like your short term goal? Like that's what you want for yourself, or is that like your long term goal, or what is it?
I think that's my short-term goal. I think my short-term goal is to get as much money as I can and set myself up for life and my sister and my mom and the people I care about. I think my long-term goal is just like when I die, like I want to leave like a lasting impact. And I think I tend to lose sight of I'm already kind of doing that. Like going on UTI podcasts or Suburb Talks or this and talking about what I've been through. Just like you said, how the book, The Child Called It, helped me. I've had a lot of DMs from people that told me, like, I've had people come up to me and tell me, like, you know, listening to your story really helped me. I'm going through this, and I'm going through this, I'm going through this.
Bro, I could fucking imagine.
Yeah.
See, when that happens, what do you tell them?
I just tell them, hey, I really appreciate that. I'm sorry for what you're going through. If there's any, you know, and normally what I do is that if I hear stories like that, they're going through that shit, I'll give them my number. I have like 5 numbers that I've texted before because they came up to me and they met me and they recognized me.
Yeah, you're the shit for
And,
that, Vic.
If
No.
they ever need help, like I just, you know, I try to help them.
That's amazing you do that, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, I mean, I can't take money with me when I die. I can't take anything with me when I die. So I just want to leave like a lasting impact to make this world a better place.
Very, very.
That's good. I think you
inspirational,
will.
Amazing.
I think you will.
I
Yeah, I
hope so.
think you will. I think you're helping a lot of people.
Mhm.
I hope so.
I
Ju-
need
just
you to
by
write
doing
that
that.
book though by 30.
For real.
Yeah. When I
Well, honestly, take your time with it. I think
no, I think when I'm older and
when you're old enough and you know, like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
like I said, mid-30s, maybe 40s. I'll
Top
start
seller.
writing about it.
Could be a top seller.
Yeah.
Well,
Shit.
thank
This
you.
is
Hey,
our
fucking-
deepest podcast.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
it
one,
is.
I'm gonna come on and just start telling fucking
Oh,
stupid
okay.
jokes.
All right, let's talk shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I
Next
didn't
one's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I didn't expect like the podcast to go this deep for this long.
Yeah, I didn't think that either.
And it's honestly like, it was new at first. Opening, I don't talk about my childhood to people or what I've been through, or
Mhm.
especially on social media. The UTI podcast was the first time I did it. I saw how many people it helped. So nowadays, like I'm more open to it, but I still normally don't. I think the only reason I can is because we're already like friends.
Mhm.
So it's like I can open up.
Yeah.
It's a space
Yeah,
I feel comfortable
Yeah.
enough
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
And we're like, for my like the friend group, we're really genuine too.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
When could you know like you fucked with us a little bit or like trusted
Oh,
us?
deadass. When I came over here and it was like 2 a.m. and Danny pulled me aside and he's like, "I watched your interview, bro. I really respect you." Immediately, I was like, "These are good people."
Aw.
Ha.
Deadass.
So is Danny.
So
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Really
good.
dope.
But
But
it was-
we were talking the whole night, remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then also like,
And I was like the only one up.
yeah. Also, Sage is already friends with you guys. I'm like, if Sage is friends with them, they got to be good people.
Yeah.
Because Sage don't hang around, stupid people. So
You get crazy a
He's
little
friends
bit,
with like
but
half the world.
yeah,
nah, he's
Nah, I
no,
love
but
Sage.
even Sage though too, like he's really comfortable with us too, just like the way we are here.
yeah.
And
he's here all the time.
and maybe
Yeah,
you can
all
see
them.
it different when he's with another, where he's not as
Yeah,
comfortable with other
definitely.
people.
Yeah, I feel like we just think that about Sage because like from like day one we've been fucking tight with them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's honestly been the same with you. It's
Yeah.
been like a pretty
Yeah.
fucking fast.
Yeah, it was like instant.
Yeah.
for
I also
real.
do this, but I can't snap, so I don't know why I always do this.
Yeah, because when I seen you at VidCon, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Hey, what's
yeah.
up?
Frank also
Yeah.
helped with that. I've known Frank for a long time too, like I said.
Yeah.
But at VidCon, we dapped up outside that fucking TikTok lounge.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah. And Logan was talking to, I think, you were talking to another guy.
I don't know who I was
I
talking
don't
to.
know.
I saw him in the elevator though,
Yeah.
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 but I was scared to say hi.
Well, yeah.
Shit.
But we want to thank you for coming on
Yeah,
this podcast.
thank you, man.
Next time
Appreciate
we'll
it.
have a little more fun with it, go crazy with it.
Yeah.
And
Stupid jokes.
we'll get fucked up too.
But
Stupid fucked up.
I wanted you guys to know his story, and if there's anybody out there going through something, hit him up. 'Cause,
Yeah. No, I will. I dead ass like that's all I want to do is just help people.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a more like impactful podcast, and it'll mean a lot to.
Yeah. If you guys made it this far, thank you. I had a lot of fun being on there.
all
Love the
his socials will
opportunity.
be in the bottom.
Yeah, all
Make
the
sure to show
socials will
him
be on
some
the
love.
bottom.
This shit was dope. This is
And,
our boy
uh,
now, so you'll see us with him. And
In the video,
Yeah,
the
he's
fans
gonna be in a
will-
lot
Oh
of
Friendsgiving's
yeah,
coming
little
out.
Friendsgiving
It's
video.
gonna come out Wednesday.
I was very drunk in that, so
Yeah.
excuse me.
Super
We all
dope
were.
though. It was good.
It was fun. Merch drop is dropping this Saturday, 10 a.m. Make sure you guys cop it.
Yes,
Julian and
sir.
Frank got it on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We
Love
love you
you
guys. And
Love
goodbye.
you.